Right, team, it's 31st of March. It's Wednesday. I'm extremely tired and I have a work to do, so let's get into it. No messing around, let's do it. Right, so before I get dressed, I'm just going to go for today's objective. Today's objective is to go over my essay, create a really strong conclusion of it, go over it again, and over it again. I want to hand it in today, basically. I don't want to hand it in tomorrow. So tomorrow I can relax. I can just chill out. I have no pressure, except for the essay, which is due at the end of April. I just need to relax, chill out. Oh my god. Okay, right, let me go get dressed. In fact, about getting dressed, I'm not going to get dressed yet because I'm going to go take a relaxing bath just to de-stress me a bit. I'm just looking over the slides of what to write in an essay, of like what this format should be. 3 body paragraphs. I've wrote 4 and that's why I've been struggling so much. Have I just made a massive mistake in that? Yes. Yes, I have. This does, however, mean now that I've now got an extra 500 words I can probably work with to make this an even stronger essay. You know when you find a source and it's just totally the jackpot? I've just found that. And it's so great. It proves like all my points and the downsides of apprenticeships, that they're perceived to be academical, and then there's stigmatism against them by employers and everything. Oh my god. This is the best day ever. This is the best Wednesday I've ever had. Yes, team, how are we? Anyway, I'm still writing, still going along. I'm restructuring my paragraph to be more of a, these are the pros of it, however, bad, and overall bad of the apprenticeships, and then I'll go in the conclusion and give the categorical fact that a undergraduate degree is the best option instead of a what is it called, a degree level apprenticeship. Now guys, see, I've been writing about education quite a lot now, and it's interesting, but I think other people would also find it interesting, so I've been thinking about making videos about perceptions which employers have, how to gain more employability and things, which, because I've read quite a lot on this and I know it quite well, but the thing is, I don't want to give people false hope and things about it, and I don't want really people think, oh my god, this guy's destroying other methods. I'll seem biased because I'm doing a university degree, so it's something I'm contemplating, but it will be in the future. Hello and welcome to a Scotland masterclass. It feels like I'm a sports team here, but we're just going to go through the Scotland lineup I would have. So, as you can see, we're going to be running a 4-3-3. Let me just write that down. We'll be going through a 4-3-3. This won't stay a 4-3-3. It will change throughout time. Defending and attacking, it will transform. But the squad would be laid out in a 3-3-3 on kickoff. Now, in goal today, goalkeeper, staying with David Marshall. Craig Gordon is currently going for a bit of a hard spell at Hearts. They are in poor form currently, so we're going to stay with David Marshall. David Marshall's off course. Saved that one in penalty. I think it wouldn't be nice to drop him. Now, to centre backs. Scotland have had some trouble with centre backs over recent times, so we have dropped Hendry. Or is it Henry? I think it's Hendry. Jack Hendry. I knew it was Hendry. We kept Hanley because he's been solid over the last 2 games. He's no nonsense defender. We put Gallagher in. It's more no nonsense. Is it Gallagher or Considine? Gallagher is just. I just feel like Gallagher a bit more solid than Considine. So we went for Gallagher. You could easily change that with Considine though. Now, on to left back. This might be a big surprise. Kieran Tierney starts left back. Now, you'll see why in a minute, but just believe with me, Tierney plays left back. For right back, O'Donnell stays. See, I wouldn't play O'Donnell if we had a different right back. Palmer can play right back, but I'd rather have Chris Cadden, Paul McGinn playing right back over O'Donnell. Simple as that. Now, into centre defensive mid. McTominay starts at centre defensive mid. He's a strong ox in the middle of the park. He will dominate that position. Centre mids, Robertson and McGinn. I think this is fair on the point of, you'll see, Robertson is on the left centre mid, means he can play on the left with Tierney. McGinn's on the right with O'Donnell. You'll see how this lays out in a second. It may seem a bit strange. Centre attacking mid is Christie. He's a good footballer. You could probably play maybe Ryan Fraser there. Maybe Kevin Nisbet can play there as well. Kenny McLean, Stuart Armstrong. I think Christie deserves to be there. He's got a good shot on him as well for balls dropping down. So now to strikers, I think it's obvious it's going to be Adams and Dykes. I did think about having Ryan Fraser in there or Kevin Nisbet, and did not think about McBurney. He's not getting in. No way. Now, here's when it gets interesting. We're going to look at well, this is the finished lineup. So there's some things to notice here. Now we're going to talk about positional play here about quite a lot. Dykes is going to be playing as a target man. He is our target man. He wins everything in the air. Absolutely everything. McTominay is our ball winning midfielder. He is our he's a ball Fernandinho. Now let's look at tactical setup. Attacking via the left side. This may look confusing, but let me explain. When ball moves, let me pick a different colour. Actually, let me use a highlight. When ball comes, Robertson has ball. Robertson has the ball and he's attacking via the left channel. What's happened here is McTominay's dropped into and formed a 3 at the back situation, which is appropriate. Tierney's came forward, so Tierney's done this. Tierney's moved from here to here. Well, Gallagher's done the same, not Gallagher, O'Donnell's done the same thing. So they've, there's a pivot going on here. McGinn's moved from O'Donnell's position to Christie's position. Christie has moved to right side with Adams dropping for Robertson for support with Robertson. Robertson will look to get the ball into the box here into Dykes. Dykes has an option of down to Adams or down to Christie because Christie's coming in from the right side while Adams is there ready beside him, while also showing for Robertson. So this is how the positional play, if we go back up here, it will make sense. So Robertson here goes here, he goes in here, he drops, he comes over a bit, so does he goes in, falls in back, McGinn goes here, he goes here. It will confuse them, and the Faroe Islands won't be able to deal with this defensively. It's an overrun in the attack. Now, for the right side, it's a bit different. So now this time, Christie will be the main output on the right side, with previously it being Robertson. Here, Christie will have the ball. The same thing happens. McTominay drops. Tierney and O'Donnell come forward. McGinn is again in this position of where Christie would be in the original setup. Adams is now is shown for the ball, so Adams is going to be running a lot in this tactical setup. Dykes is a target man again, so he's in the box for headers, for knockdowns. Now, because Adams is shown here, Adams had to cross over, so there's going to be a lot of crossing over. It will drag centre backs out as well. So Adams is shown, while also the possibility, so the ball would look to get the ball in to Dykes. Dykes can knock it down for Robertson, shot on goal, or down to Adams, which Adams is available. Or ball comes out, McGinn can pick it up with O'Donnell and Tierney behind him. Now, what happens if they pick up the ball? Our defensive setup is prudent. Now, what we can see here is McTominay stays dropped if on a defensive setup. Now, let's say the ball is with an attacker outside of O'Donnell. So he's got the ball. What happens? McTominay has dropped. Robertson has dropped into McTominay's position. McGinn stayed. Christie's dropped into Robertson's. And what we're seeing up the top here with Adams and Dykes, Adams sitting on the last man while Dykes is showing for the... So if McTominay can pick up the ball from an interception, so let's say the ball comes in, McTominay picks up the ball straight up to Dykes, Dykes it down, counter-attacks on, and then transforming into, well, this would be on the right side, so this formation would start to happen. So it would be Christie when he swap over, or like this is totally interchangeable. McGinn can go into Christie's position here, although Christie is the main ball output there. So he has the ball. What happens? Tierney's still in the 5. Well, he's not. Now there's a 5. He's more of a wing back. He goes. Ball comes in. If McTominay intercepts it, he has the option of playing it to Hanley. Hanley through to Tierney. Tierney can drive. What happens here? Robertson shows. Robertson runs out. Christie runs across. McGinn comes into the middle. O'Donnell comes into the middle. Dykes goes in the middle. He comes round. Adams shows. This is how the total movement here and pivoting of the midfield and all the different positions is critical. McTominay will play a major part in this as a rock, as well as being defensively strong. This squad, there's no way the Faroe Islands would beat this team if they were set up tactically like this.
Yes, team, I hope you guys have enjoyed that tactical breakdown. I'm just going to chill it just now till the Scotland game, and then I'll speak to you guys. First of all, about the Scotland lineup, which is released, about half-time performance and full-time performance. Maybe take some notes on it and maybe do another tactical breakdown, because that was fun to make, as well as I think it'll probably look pretty good as well. So I'll see you guys very soon.
Alright team, so I've just seen the Scotland lineup. It's interesting, to say the least. The resting players rotated obviously because of 3 matches. What I showed you would be probably the best possible squad out of that. Not taking in consideration resting players and things. Interesting. I think they know that we probably should be getting a win there, but it's Scotland here, so it's never a definite. But it's alright. It's nothing great.
Alright team, first half's done. What did I say? Scotland were going to play like Tierney were pushing up more. So what's happened, by the looks of it, is Tierney's doing the whipping in instead of Robertson, which I had in that setup. Same idea of the strikers. Instead of whipping balls on the right side for Christie, it's done by the right back, which is Fraser. John McGinn scored, which is the same idea of what I was going to have. He'll be driving in, edge of the box. McTominay's dropping back. Well, McTominay's playing centre half. I'm just saying, clearly, someone has took ideas out of my book. It's a good first half. We should probably be a couple more goals up. They could have scored. But overall, we're playing alright. We should be thrashing them here. And if we aren't winning, if we don't win 2-0 or above, it's a failure. Yeah, it's a failure. Anyway, I'll see you guys at full time. Well, the Scotland game turned out to be a pretty good game. What happened really was they just pushed harder, and there was a lot of movement going on, interchanging. So I think you could see there was a bit of, I wouldn't say total football, but some trading of positions going on. It was positive what happened there. I think Scotland performed well, and if we keep performing well, we can qualify. However, I doubt that will happen. Anyway, that is my best today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you liked today's video. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn the bell on, and comment, of course, and I'll reply to you. If you guys have been listening, you shouldn't have been listening because I talk a lot of rubbish. See you guys tomorrow.